resolution to this matter?
That's correct, Your Honor. Mr. West, did you want me to hand the, proposed CFP to your client so that she can initiate?
Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Madam Clerk's provided her, and I'm assuming that you had an opportunity to review it with her telephonic or something, Mr. West, correct?
Yes, I did go over the terms of the CFD, advised Ms. Garza to initial the lines on page 1. There's 5 lines as well as terms and conditions. Your Honor, we're asking the court to accept a 6-month continuance for dismissal, where Ms. Garza is agreeing to not commit any criminal offenses or any.
I'm not able to get the criminal history, but you indicated that she doesn't have any criminal history.
I'm looking at, she has 1 seatbelt infraction, is it? Looks like she has initials on the various lines and signed the final page. May I approach?
Yes, thank you. The stipulated order of continuance, requesting that this matter be continued for 6 months, and if certain conditions are complied with, then the matter would be dismissed. Is that your understanding?
Yeah.
Right. I also want to make sure you understand that by entering into this agreement with the state of Washington, that you're no longer going to have a jury trial in this matter. Do you understand that? Do you also understand that you are stipulating to the facts as contained in the police report? Conditions of this agreement include that you shall not commit any criminal offenses, that you shall not commit any similar criminal offenses, and that you pay court costs in the amount of $150.
Yeah.
You agreeing to those?
Yeah.
I find that the defendant has entered into this agreement knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm ordering that the matter be continued to May 6th, 2020, for dismissal, subject to those 3 conditions we just reviewed. I've signed off on the SOC. Before leaving the courthouse, you need to go to the district court window and make a payment of the court cost. Any questions?
No. Your Honor, are you at this time?
Your Honor, was there a pretrial no contact order that needed to be rescinded, or was that just a condition of the release?
Let me check. It's definitely a condition of the release, and I believe that was it.
Okay.
Yeah. However, that can be viewed one of 2 ways. That's no longer a condition of the release if that's what the state is asking, and that's what defense counsel is asking. And the case is technically still pending.
Your Honor, we would ask that it be lifted. That's the victim's request.
That is no longer a condition of the release.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Stern, any questions?
No.
All right, make sure you go to the window before leaving the courthouse.
Your Honor, excuse.
Yes, Monet. Good to see you, Ms. Russell.
Good to see you.
I'm going right this morning. My computer is not working. matter that's ready to, go forward?
We defer to Mr. West.
Mr. West?
Is Christopher Volk in this courtroom?
Christopher Volk?
Yes.
All right, come forward, sir. All right, and this is cause number CCO 3098. Matter is on for pretrial, and, Mr. West, is there going to be a change of plea?
Your Honor, I've submitted a 6-month, SOC, to Ms. Eddy. If, she does have that, that's what we'd like to do today, is go forward, with the continuance for dismissal.
All
You
right,
bet that, Your Honor. Your client hasn't signed it, because Mr. West, you just want me to give it to the court?
I would
Please,
like to.
yeah, I did go over the conditions with Mr. Volk and informed him, that he would need to initial, the 5 lines on page 1, the 2 at the top of page 2, and then signature at the bottom of page 3.
I've handed it to Mr. Volk, and he's reviewing it, Mr. West.
Thank you.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. Thank you. All right, you are Christopher Volk?
Yes, ma'am.
We're hoping to enter into an agreement with the state of Washington whereby your case, your criminal case, the assault 4, would be continued for 6 months. And if you comply with certain conditions, this matter is going to be dismissed. Is that your understanding? And Mr. Volk, I want to make sure that you understand that you have certain constitutional rights, and by entering into this agreement, you are giving up some of those rights. One of those rights is your right to a jury trial. You understand that?
Yes.
You also understand that you are stipulating to the facts as contained in the police report?
Yes.
So if for some reason you didn't comply with one of these conditions, all Ms. Eddy would have to do would be to submit the police report, and the court could make a determination of guilt or innocence based on the police report. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, other conditions of this, SOC include that you shall not commit any criminal offenses. And that you pay court costs in the amount of $150. You're agreeing to that?
Yes.
I find that the defendant has entered into this agreement knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm ordering that the matter be continued 6 months to May 6, 2020, for dismissal pursuant to those conditions.
And Your Honor, if I may add one thing, and is it okay if I remain seated so Mr. West can hear me?
Yes.
The victim was fine with this agreement, but she did ask for no contact. I apologize, I don't know if I reviewed the paperwork to see if that condition was in there or if Mr. West has a problem with that. I would ask for that condition.
All right, Mr. West, did you hear that?
Something about no contact?
Yeah, the victim is wanting a no contact order, or at least no contact, as one of the conditions of this SOC.
Your Honor, I don't know that, Mr. Volk would even have an objection to that. This is a case that is almost 2 years old now. I don't think he even really knows the victim or knows where she lives,
And
so.
this was an incident that took place in the workplace, is that correct?
That's correct, and neither of them no longer work there.
Okay, that was gonna be my next question, so. All right, Mr. Volk, I am gonna make that a condition of this, SOC.
And Mr. Volk, I believe is prepared to pay the $150 today as well.
All right, let me just add her name into this. The defendant shall have no contact with her. Vanessa Garcia. Right, Ms. Eddy, I would simply advise the, state to let the victim know that, this no contact order or this no contact condition expires in 6 months, so she may have to, she wants it longer than that, she may have to see it. All right, Mr. Volk, if you have no questions, make sure you go to the counter, to pay the support cost, and get a copy of this SOC. All right, thank you, sir. All right, Mr. West, next matter?
Your Honor, Rafael Silva present?
Rafael Silva? Yes. Come forward, sir. Just give me a moment.
I believe he needs an interpreter.
Yes, and Mr. White is present. And this is cause number HZ 1093306. Matters on for pretrial. Mr. Silva is present, being assisted by Mr. White. And, what are we doing, Mr. West?
Your Honor, Mr. Silva, recently obtained his driver's license, but I believe we have an agreement, and the criminal charge to an infraction of no valid operator's license, $250 fine. I believe that he did want, proof of insurance. I didn't have the opportunity to make sure that Mr. Silva could bring that today, so I'm not sure if he has that with him or not.
All right, we will, address that.
I don't have it yet, I'm going to buy it.
Did you hear that, Mr. West? He does not have insurance.
Okay, I guess what I would request at this time, since I didn't have the opportunity to speak with him about that, if we could just set this over, I guess, to the December 4th docket for now, so we can, I can explain to him that he needs to get that in order for this, resolution to go forward.
Mr. West, I really don't like continuing infractions. I like them to be handled separately from the criminal charge.
Well, no, this, Your Honor, this was the criminal charge. We were gonna reduce it to an infraction.
Are you saying it was part of the agreement that he obtained insurance before it was reduced? Oh, okay.
That's my understanding, that Ms. Eddy wanted to see proof of insurance.
All right, Ms. Eddy, so you don't wanna go forward today with the amendment?
Correct, Your Honor. The defendant is charged with driving while license suspended in the 3rd degree. And his attorney did negotiate with me. If he had insurance and a license, I would reduce it. But because Mr. West was sick, he hasn't had a chance to talk with the defendant about that. So under these circumstances, I'm okay giving him another month, because of counsel's situation.
All right, we're going to the pre-hearing. Okay, Mr. Silva.
I'm going to get insurance this week.
Good, and I wanna congratulate you on getting your license. In order that, you be given more time to obtain that insurance, the court is gonna continue this matter to December 4th, and that's at 8 AM again.
That's fine.
All right, make sure you go to the window, they're gonna give you notice of that new hearing date. And keep it up to Mr. West.
I will, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Silva. Okay, court needs just a moment, Ms. Othello.
Mr. West, while we're waiting, this is Ms. Eddy. You might want to check your email about Mr. Ribe. I sent an email about him.
Did you hear that, Mr. West?
No, I didn't. What was that?
Miss Eddy, go ahead, Miss Eddy.
Is the microphone not working? I sent you an email about Mr. Ribe.
Read it?
Yeah.
She sent you an email concerning that, your client.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that yet. I can look that up.
All right, Mr. West, the next matter that, you're prepared to go forward on?
Well, I had sent over, CFD paperwork on Josiah Barela, but I haven't had the opportunity to go over that with him yet. So I don't know if they're there, if they're present, if you would like to
Yes, Mr.
go forward today.
Mr. Barela is present. Mr. Barela, would you like to go forward today?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you need to
Okay.
speak to him, I can take a brief recess.
That's fine, Your Honor, or if Mr. Barela is comfortable with the court advising him of the formally advising him of the terms and conditions, then I'm okay with that too.
Wanna go for, okay,
Yeah.
yes, he's shaking his head, yes, so we're gonna go ahead and call that matter.
Okay.
And Mr. West, I'll give, Mr. Barrera a copy of the stipulation in order in
Okay, thank
continuance,
you.
so he can review that.
For the record, this is Josiah Barela, 9Z930554. Mr. Barela is present, he's been handed a copy of the stipulated order continuing his matter, and he is reviewing that.
Your Honor, would you like me to go over the basic terms of this agreement?
Yes, that'd be fine.
Okay, we're looking at a 12-month continuance for dismissal here. Mr. Barela is only 16 years old, has no prior history. What we've agreed to is, a 4-hour online traffic safety course, which, he may have completed. I'm not sure if he's done that or not yet. I guess he could inform the court. He's agreed not to commit any similar criminal offenses. He's agreed not to have more than one traffic infraction for the next 12 months, pay $150 court costs. And if there is any outstanding restitution, that's reserved, but I do believe that, Mr. Barrera's insurance will be taking care of any damages as a result of this incident.
All right, thank you, Mr. West. And, Ms. Eddy, is that correct, as far as the restitution goes? Do you
Yes,
have
Your
any
Honor.
figures? Okay.
Yeah, I mailed letters to, both of the, owners of the 2 cars that were damaged, and, should we get any requests, then I will submit that to Mr. West.
Thank you.
Then she looks at
May I approach Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
it. You know what, it was city, but is he relative? No.
All right, you are Josiah Barela?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Barela, I've been handed a document which is entitled Stipulation Order of Continuance. I wanna make sure you understand before I sign off on this, that you understand what you're getting into, or what this agreement is. And I know you've had an opportunity to speak to your attorney about it, but I wanna make sure you understand that by entering into this agreement with the state of Washington, you are giving up certain constitutional rights, not all of them, but some of them. One of those rights is your right to a jury trial. You understand that by agreeing to this, you'll no longer have a jury trial.
Yeah.
You also understand that you're agreeing to the facts as they are contained in the police report.
Yeah.
Do you need any more time to discuss this agreement with your attorney, Mr. West? All right, Mr. Barela, other terms and conditions of this agreement include a 4-hour online traffic safety course. Now, have you already taken that?
Yeah, completed it yesterday.
Completed it yesterday, very good. Do you have proof of that?
Yes.
You wanna hand that up?
Yeah, my mom has it.
All right, why don't you get that from your mother? And then I want you to show it to Miss Eddy.
be missing it. It doesn't, exactly say what the class is and that it meets the 4-hour requirement. It says that he got a 90% on his final exam. But if possible, if he or his mother could maybe find a printout to show me what exactly the class is that he took, and I'll certainly show it to the court if the court would like to see it.
Mr. Barela, was this a 4-hour course?
I'm not sure like exactly how long it took, but it says it's an estimate of what happens.
You know, I couldn't hear it, sorry, I couldn't hear everything that was said. I sent the link to his mother for the 4-hour course, so I'm pretty sure whatever he took was should have been the 4-hour course.
And Mom, that's what the,
Yes, it is. The actual certificate will be mailed to us. So since he finished yesterday, it's gonna come in the mail, but that's just proof that he completed it.
okay. So he just hasn't gotten his certificate yet. And just for the record, what is your name, ma'am?
Margarita Barela?
All right. Thank you. I'm gonna hand this back to you, Mr. Barela. I want you to hold on to that. And when you get that certificate in the mail, I want you to provide a copy to either your attorney or to the court here, okay? So I'm gonna put, since you've already done this, I'm gonna say 4-hour online traffic course, proof to be filed. By November 15th, so I'll give you till next Friday to file that, okay? Other conditions include, you shall not commit any criminal traffic offenses, you shall not commit any similar criminal offenses, and you may not have more than one traffic infraction. Hopefully you will have none. Restitution is gonna be reserved, and I'm sure your attorney has explained that to you. If the victims of this, incident, claim any damage done, then, that will be noted up or discussed and handled between your attorney and Ms. Eddy. Finally, you are to pay court costs in the amount of $150. Any questions, Mr. Barela?
No.
All right, complete these conditions, this matter, will be dismissed without prejudice. I do find that the defendant has entered into this agreement knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I'm ordering that the matter be continued 1 year, November 6th, 2020, for dismissal pursuant to those conditions. And Mr. Barela, you have an excellent history, so, okay? All right, make sure you go to the window before leaving the courthouse and, to make payments of that court cost. And then don't forget to file proof once you get that certificate in the mail, okay? All right, good luck, son. All right, Mr. West, next matter?
Your Honor, I think as far as out of custody, those are the, only ones that I'd be ready for right now, so.
All right.
Unless Ms. Eddy has, something else that we could address.
No, I don't.
She's saying no, so we can just start calling cases. We have quite a few of your clients here that, the court plans to continue these cases to your next docket.
Okay.
With the understanding that if you and Ms. Eddy are able to resolve any of these matters, we can certainly, reserve, I think it was November 15th,
That's
for
correct.
changes of plea, Ms. Eddy, if there are any. All right, so, do we know who's here? Do I have a? Okay, Mr. West, do you have a copy of a docket that was sent to you?
I do.
All right, why don't you call those, and then I can pull the file as you call them.
Okay, Israel and Rochelle.
And that is cause number 9Z918186, and Mr. Silva is present, Mr. Ambrosio Silva is present.
You know, my intent was to continue this when he was today, I haven't had the opportunity to speak with him. That's why I would ask him to put this forth on.
All right, and Mr. Ambrosio Silva, do you understand what's going on today? Your attorney is unable to be here, and so we're gonna continue this matter to the December 4th docket at 8 a.m., same time. All right,
And we'll just ask that you give me a call.
and keep in touch with your attorney, and make sure do we have notices here in the courtroom, do they need to go? All right, and, Mr. Ambrosio?
Yes.
Make sure you go to the window, you'll get notice of that new hearing date, that's the only notice you're gonna get, okay?
All right,
All right, thank you, sir. All right, Mr. West, next matter?
Felix Barela.
All right, this is cause number 9Z952578.
Brandon West, Felix Barela.
Your Honor, my intent on this one this morning was going to be most likely to ask the court for a competency evaluation. I have spoken with some other people regarding this matter to see whether we will go forward with the competency evaluation or whether we can handle it without. But I would ask that we set this to, at least for now, December 4th, or potentially we could put it for November 15th.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll do the December 4th docket, and then if you and Ms. Eddy decide you want the court to entertain a motion prior to that, we can do that.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Barela, I want to make sure you understand what's going on. Your attorney is ill today, so he's appearing by phone.
Alrighty,
He's asking that your case be continued to the December 4th docket.
alrighty.
All right, so go to the window before leaving the courthouse. They'll give you notice of that new hearing date. And the other thing I want you to do is keep in touch with Mr. West.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
Any questions?
That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. West, next matter. All right, this is case number 7Z1094249. Mr. James is present and being assisted by Mr. White.
And Your Honor, this is a case that I recently received a conflict of procedures with discovery, haven't had the opportunity to speak with him.
One of those days, sometimes it's a short day. And sometimes it's like 14 hours. But that's not the I seen it. Three-day weekend.
Yeah, hit and run at Walmart. No, when I ran it, so like I went to Walmart and I was gonna buy AirPods
And besides that,
and I didn't have enough money, so I left like fast. And when I was leaving, I took a sharp turn to the right and I barely hit a car. And then I didn't know what to do. I was by myself. Yeah, and I left. And then like 5 hours later, the cops went to my house.
Yeah. There's the whole line here. Oh, probation, yeah. Oh, and probation, yeah.
Oh, I think, I don't even remember.
Yeah, okay, no, I don't miss the word. Hey, quick question. Was there any?
Oh, I already did that. I passed it yesterday. Yeah.
Then you get the application and kind of see what it's about.
Of passing it, they're gonna send me the certificate.